health authorities in the region are investigating a suspected case of food poisoning. Residents of Oyibi say some persons who ate the waakye at the Bush Canteen Street have died. 5 other people who also ate the same food say they are now recovering from where they were hospitalized. Although residents say they have friends who died after eating the food, health authorities say they're still investigating the matter. Maxwell Agbagba was there in our report.
Well, on the normal day, you find scores of people crossing the Oyibi-Dodowa Road to buy waakye from this spot, Yellow CC waakye. Many of them you find in long winding queues, but that is not the case today. As we're told that many of the people who patronized this waakye some days ago are now recuperating after what is suspected to be a food poisoning case. Residents here tell us that so far 5 people have died after eating this waakye. We've been speaking to health authorities and they've been disputing the figures, but they are unable to confirm the number of deaths to us. They say that many of the people who were affected were taken to health facilities nearby, so they would have to call to cross-check the figures, so they cannot confirm to us the number of people who died after eating this waakye. But the residents here tell me that the landlord here who rented the space to the waakye seller who lives here in this house also died after eating the waakye. And right behind me, family members are gathered there mourning the man who they tell us was about 60 years old. I've also been speaking to Thomas. Thomas is a tiler and he tells me that this is what he eats every morning for breakfast. He's been telling me the pain and how he was rushed to the hospital some days ago after eating this waakye. He says he's thankful to God that he's still alive.
What happened around 4 that way, and I was hearing my stomach pain. For 2 past that, I come house and I start vomiting.
Okay.
And I ran to the toilet. From then on, I just shitting all over the place. Before that was Friday. Friday, around 4 to 5 that way, the thing started to me. But my grandmother bought me a collodium, medicine collodium, and I take like 2. But then my stomach is paining me, and I was running to. So Saturday morning before one of my friends to come to tell me that people they did the waakye, Yellow CC waakye, they are sending them to hospital. So me to the eat the waakye, and I say yes. So from there I call my sister, and my sister sent me to hospital. The one I heard about the dying is the landlord.
The landlord?
The landlord.
Okay.
The place they are selling, the man who gave them the land.
Okay.
And that is the one me I hear about.
He's dead?
Yeah.
I've been speaking to Joseph Monikoisen. He's a chef just some meters away from where Auntie Sisi sells her waakye. He wants health authorities to take serious action on the wholesomeness of food that are sold to the public.
I was also a customer here, you know. We do patronize the food each and every morning. And then one day I heard that this is what happened. Actually, that very day I wasn't around, so I couldn't eat some. If I were to be around, I would be a victim of it. But fortunately for me, I wasn't around, so I came back and then heard that this is what has happened. A lot of people have, like the normal routine, every day people come and then patronize, they buy it, and then, but on that fateful day, this is what happened. People bought their food and there was a whole lot of stomach upset here and there. People were admitted in the hospital. Some of my customers actually also got involved, and my staff also were involved. So I don't know what really went wrong with it on that particular day. So the advice I will give is that as all of us, the chefs and other staff, those who are into this business, we should check the way we prepare things, and the kind of people we invite around. In fact, our workers, if you don't treat them well, we should try to treat them well, because it's like they also patronize the whole thing. They make the whole thing grow. So if you treat them bad, someone may have negative thought or whatever. You see, and that thing wouldn't come straight to you. It will go viral. It will, because we are selling for the public, you understand? So anything that happens to the source or whatever thing, it is going viral. Everybody that eats it will get affected. So as for the cooks and the chefs or whatever, whoever operates the chains of restaurant or whatever, we should make sure we treat our customers well.
I've also been speaking to Letitia. Letitia works with Joseph Manikwese. She is one of his workers. Letitia bought food from Yellow CC that morning, ate, and was later rushed to the hospital. She's been recounting to me the pains that she had to endure after she was taken to the hospital. She's also thankful to God that she's still alive.
A lot of pain, my stomach, and I'm running, then vomiting. That day I feel pain, and then they took me to hospital. I didn't see, but I feel the pain a lot.
So are you being taken drugs?
Yes.
So are you a customer? Are you a customer?
Yes.
Oftenly did you buy the food? So say it in the interview.
Yes, I'm buying food. The woman is not bad like that. We don't know how come then the thing happened. You're buying food then. She have a lot of customers.
Well, this is another residence that some of the people who live in this Oyibi community directed us to. We are told that a man who lives here in this house together with his family died after eating the waakye. We are told he was rushed to the hospital together with his child, but his child is now recuperating, but he unfortunately died. We're told he suffered from severe diarrhea. One of the residents who lives just meters away from this place tells me that the man moved in here to this residence just about 4 months ago.
Well, a very sad story there. But what exactly accounted for this and what the health authority is doing about it? My colleague Maxwell Agobas just returned from the field. Quite a touching story there. But what are the health authorities telling you about what's going on in terms of the investigation?
Well, it's very difficult. I'm getting information from the health authorities. The whole of the day I've been speaking to the district director, Pong Kantabanso. And she tells me that it will be difficult for them to confirm the number of deaths because the people who are affected, many of them reported to various health facilities within Oyibi. So what you have to do is to get in touch with all those health facilities to get a confirmation of the number of people who reported, the symptoms that they reported with, at these health facilities before they can arrive, at a conclusion. So that is what is delaying that process. But many of the residents are also raising concerns about how long it is taking them, to come up with their findings and also to confirm what they've received. But the residents have been directing us to the homes of some of the people who ate the waakye, who reported to the hospitals with severe diarrhea, and they were diagnosed, many of them. Those who were lucky went back home and are now recovering. Those who were not lucky were those who died. If you go to the Oyibi community, anyone you ask around would direct you to a home and say, oh, this person ate the waakye. He reported to the hospital, couldn't come back, and then died. So from the residents, according to the residents, 5 people have died. But the health authorities are yet to confirm the figure. We're actually at the St. John of God Hospital at Oyibi. There we met one of the police officers, investigators working on the case. He had come to the health facility to get a confirmation of what had happened. And at that facility, the doctor on duty who has been attending to some of the patients told the investigator that one person was brought dead to the hospital. So that doctor confirmed to the investigator who came to get some information on the issue that one person was brought from home, but he was dead. to the facility. The other house that we showed you also were directed to that house by some of the residents who went there. The house was locked. There was nobody around. But the residents around told us that a 60-year-old man who lived there together with his family had just moved in there, staying there for about 4 months. Also died after eating.
So the food vendor herself has been a victim of this?
Well, so the information that we got was that she also ate the food together with her child. She was sent to the hospital according to the residents, but she has been discharged. One of the people I spoke to said she saw her yesterday. So she was also affected, but has been discharged. But where she sells the waakye, the landlord, the person who gave out that land for her to sell the waakye, ate the waakye, and we're told also died, after eating.
What are experts saying about possibly what may have triggered this?
Well, as it stands now, we do not have anything from health authorities, but we're picking information that the FDA, the Food and Drugs Authority, will be releasing a statement in minutes or maybe in some hours to give us an idea, of what exactly happened. But if you go to Oyibi right now, a lot of people are really terrified about what happened.
Very sad one there. Maxwell Abagba was there and giving us the latest update.